forgot you were tired. John should be back any moment. Some people never disappear.
I'm back, Miss Ryan.
Oh.
You can take your break now, boss.
Oh, well, thank you, boss. What?
What's the secret?
What secret?
How do you deal with a teenage daughter?
Oh, dear, that's a tough one. A little common sense and a lot of luck. Why, what has Ryan done now?
Graduated boys moved on to young men.
I had a feeling that was about to come up.
Well, it's funny. I mean, I figured if Siobhan or Mary do a thing like that in high school, you and Johnny put a stop to it right there.
Oh, you give us too much credit. I'll never forget, to this day, what was that boy that Mary hung out with? Michael Drew.
You think I'm jealous? You even remember his name.
I couldn't forget his name if I tried, my dear. I heard it so many times shouted from this very place. Lordy, Lordy. Your father and her would go back and forth on she wasn't old enough, she was old enough. That burned in my brain. I think I still have a headache when I hear it.
Okay, well, how old was she when you let her date whatever his name was?
Jack, you know better than anyone. You never let Mary do anything. She just made up her mind of what she wanted, and that will of hers became a battering ram for any and all obstacles.
Yeah, the scars prove that.
Yes. But I do remember discussing the issue when she was about 16.
Ryan seems to be right on schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Right. What did you do?
Hand-wringing was as good as anything. I know talking never did any good.
Me? Well, I have to do more than that. I have to set some guidelines for her.
Jack, we all set guidelines, but do they listen? Mary never did.
Did you know that she was seeing this guy?
Indirectly, yes. I mean, she let us know that this Michael was one of the people whose crowd she ran, and we didn't object to that. But then, of course, clever little devil that she was, she found out ways to be alone with him, letting us think the girlfriends were along at the time, you know, that kind of thing.
How'd you find out that?
Sheer instinct. She just got so polite and so helpful around the house that I just suspected something was up. In fact, one night she came home late from a movie, so I just picked up the phone and called her friends to find out if they were home, and indeed they were. I was frantic. John was livid. When she walked in the door, there was a little confrontation.
Little?
Yeah, World War III. She admitted that she was alone with him, and then she announced her newfound liberal theories about the dating process, all of which had far-reaching sociological ramifications.
Johnny grounded.
Yeah, for the rest of her life.
Yep. And how did that turn out?
Well, the very next day she got up and refused to go to Mass. In fact, she left the church for good.
I think this is ringing a bell.
No wonder. That battle, my dear, stands alongside of Patrick and the Snakes in Irish folklore. I thought she'd gone too far. She thought she hadn't gone far enough.
Draw a line with Mary, and she's sure to cross it.
Absolutely. The next day, she took herself off to the Coleridge house, I remember, and she and Roger enjoyed Bloody Marys until Francis showed up on the spot and found her on the couch, half-dressed.
And then Frank punched out Roger, for which I still owe him a debt of thanks.
There's a lesson in some of this. I know there is. I don't know what it is, but something.
Ryan's gotten it into her head. She has to date Rick Hyde this minute, or die.
Rick Hyde? He's a sort of nice boy.
Maeve, he's 6 years older than she is. I don't approve.
Well, what don't you approve of? Dating her or the boy himself?
Both.
Oh. Well, you certainly don't have to explain to me, or being her father and all, but I would, if I were you, if Ryan is anything like her mother, and Saint preserve her, she's Mary reincarnate, I'd discover a better explanation than that, something that she'd buy.
I want to do this thing right.
You think this is wrong?
No. But it's a secret. And if you're going to be here with me, we're not going to sneak around.
Secret's better than not at all, don't you think?
Oh, hey, trust me. I'll get your dad's okay.
I just don't understand why we need his permission. I'm not a child.
You don't have to convince me. Save your energy for your dad.
There's just no arguing with him. At least no one's ever lived to tell about it. I gotta go.
I'll take you home.
Oh, no, it's okay. I'm not gonna go home. I'm gonna go try and talk to the only person who has a prayer to get through to my dad.